Hi guys, welcome to the Peach Podcast. We're your hosts, Paige
and PJ.
Woo! Now, as you know, our podcast specializes in bringing awareness to certain mental health conditions that are affecting people all across the world. Today, we are going to be discussing agoraphobia on our podcast today, and we actually have a very special guest to introduce to you guys.
Now, you might be wondering, what is agoraphobia?
You could be wondering that.
Well, it's an anxiety disorder characterized by intense and irrational fear of situations where escape is difficult and really hard for them.
Very hard. Agoraphobia is extremely debilitating, and many people who live with the condition suffer from extreme depression and have a huge sense of isolationism.
Yeah, and Mr. Spiffle has agreed to do a podcast
Yes.
via Zoom due to his refusal to leave his house. So without further ado, friends, say hello to Chester Spiffle!
Yay!
Mr.
Spiffle,
hello?
do you hear us?
Yes, hi, we're here and we're ready to see you.
Whenever you're ready.
Few moments later.
Tell us your life story. When did you find out about your diagnosis? And just tell us your story.
Sure. So I'm a music. Well, I was a music teacher, not really anymore. And I taught music for a long time. And about 20 years ago now, I brought an ensemble on a field trip, and we were having a great time. But it was rainy, and it was down. It was at the seaport, so it's right by the water, and there was a bit of a storm, and we were walking from our field trip spot over just to get some lunch, Shake Shack, and the storm kind of died down. So we were like, all right, well, we can walk here, and it'll be fine. And about halfway, all of a sudden, the storm picked up, and the winds picked up, and it was a lot of wind. I mean, you couldn't even breathe, and suddenly, I mean, this wind was so strong that we were literally getting pushed off of the sidewalk. And when I say off the sidewalk, I don't just mean into the street. I mean literally, two kids got blown into the ocean. There was one that just kind of went up into the sky. We still don't know where they went. Somebody ended up in a restaurant. They actually just kind of got a good meal, which was nice. But it was a lot, and it was really, it was scary, and it was nature, I've just, the weather seemed okay in that moment, and then all of a sudden it's not. So since then, it's just been, the idea of going out there is really hard, because who knows what'll happen. So after that, I couldn't bring myself to teach music anymore. Also, I was fired, but I couldn't bring myself to teach music, and not only that, I haven't really been able to bring myself to go outside for 20 years.
That must have been so hard to go through that.
Sorry that we're getting emotional over here. This is terrible.
It's been hard. I mean, I'm kind of, it's been 20 years, so I'm kind of used to it now. I got my systems, but yeah, it's been a time.
So it looks like your house looks very much like a classroom.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yeah, it does. So I really loved teaching. I really did, and I missed it. And at some point I figured, okay, I can't go outside. I can't go to a classroom, so I will bring the classroom to where I am. So I ordered some things on Amazon, and I set up a room in my house to feel like a classroom, and this is where I spend a lot of my time.
wow, what's that little thing behind you?
Yeah,
The
that little wood thing right there.
So this is the it's a trinket. A student made for me. This would have been 20-something years ago. It said, this group will change your life if you let it, which is a thing that I would always say to students. And, you know, it's true. Like this person, like the group that they were in, it changed their life. They were in the group, and then they kind of just blew into the air, and it changed their life in that it doesn't exist anymore.
Mr. Spiffle,
Yes.
there's multiple symptoms of this disorder. For example, like rapid heartbeat or just overall anxiety. Can you say some of the symptoms that you've personally experienced?
Not so much, because I only know of 2 of them, and they're the ones that you just mentioned.
That's good.
But I can speak to those.
Can you actually speak to those?
Yeah, I mean, the closer I get to my door, the faster my heart goes. Because I mean, it's scary. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, and it's a general feeling of, you know, there's a fear, there's an anxiety of what's gonna happen. Am I gonna get blown away into the ether? You know, am I gonna? It'd be nice if I ended up in a hibachi restaurant, but like, it's not just direct there. Like, it's not attached to my house. So like, I'd have to go outside, and then you're taking a chance. You don't know if the weather's going to be okay. You don't know, like, if there's a big wind, if that wind is going to blow you into the street or blow you into the ocean, or it could be a good thing, but like, it could be a bad thing, and you don't know, and that's scary, and that's really where a lot of my anxiety is what it's rooted in.
I understand, Mr. Spiffle. So there's also, besides the physical symptoms, there's also some behavioral symptoms, such as like, you haven't left your house in 20 years because you like to avoid those like fears. And is it just that fear, or are you also scared of like being around other people or avoiding crowds?
Yeah, is there a fear of overall like maybe embarrassment or humiliation?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely that. I mean, like, I kind of got the reputation as like, you know, the wind teacher, which is kind of weird. And like that's kind of followed me, and like people probably don't even know me anymore with that, and like I look different, but like, I don't know, I don't want to take that chance of like, you know, you go into a crowd and someone's like, hey, I know you, you're that one that let the kids go flying, and like, I don't want that. Like, I know that's gonna just bring me right back to that day, and like, and I don't want that, and in that same vein, like, you know, if I'm in a crowd of people, like, you don't know what's going to happen, right? And you, if something happens, you might not be able to get out. You might, it's a lot. And you know, I know that I'm nice and safe in my house turned classroom. That, you know, I can write on my whiteboard. I can teach music to, you know, the imaginary people that are here. Oh, they're real to me. So, you know, that keeps me going. That keeps me going, and it makes it kind of okay.
Yes,
we can still make an impact. This group that we have here can still change lives, but in a good way, not in a flying into the ocean way.
Yes,
100%.
I am so glad you have some coping mechanisms.
If you don't mind us asking, what are some treatment options that you've pursued, if you have? Me and PJ actually did some research beforehand. CBT therapy is actually becoming very common for people who suffer from agoraphobia, and from the research that we've done, statistics show that many individuals have ended up leaving their houses and being able to even go to new places after getting this form of therapy. Have you ever considered it?
I have tried some CBT, some cognitive behavioral therapy.
Oh, yeah.
It's been easier since, you know, telehealth has become a thing, because like me going to a therapist,
that must be hard.
That's not really happening, but it's helped a little bit. Every so often I have been able to go as far as my stoop. So sometimes sometimes I'll sit on my stoop, and when sometimes it happened like twice, but that's more than none. So
yes.
So it's getting me somewhere.
Yeah, it's gradual.
Hopefully it'll be more. But like also, I mean, I'm fine. Like I'm fine in here. Like everything's cool. Like we're good. Like, I have a whiteboard. Like what else do I need? Like there's nothing out there that I need. Like I have a whiteboard, and like I have markers so I can use the whiteboard. I have chalk. I don't have a chalkboard, but this feels very teacher-y. So like I'm fine. Like it's fine. I don't need to go out because everything I need is here.
Mr. Spiffle, do you interact with anyone physically? Is there anyone that brings you like your food or?
Yeah. There's Joe. I don't know Joe super well. Just he does DoorDash stuff. So I know him because sometimes he pops up as the person bringing me my DoorDash.
Oh.
Yeah. So like I know him. And like there's like Amazon drivers.
Yeah.
I've lost touch with a lot of people, because I just am here. But like, for a while they'd be like, "Oh, like we'll come over," and like they did, but like then they didn't. I guess I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to just hang out in my living room turned classroom.
Yeah.
So
maybe
that's which like I get, but again, like I'm fine. Like I've got my students that are technically here, but like they're here. But like they're here, but like they're yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Spiffle. I mean, as you know, me and Paige, we used to be music students, so
that's great.
We hope that maybe one day you could return to teaching one day.
Yeah, like maybe you could even visit us in person.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
As you guys know, on this podcast, we like to promote a sense of individuality, and we also just have a massive message of spreading awareness. As we've been doing this for years, and we've always said it's so important to look at life through somebody else's perspective, because as much as somebody with agoraphobia, like Mr. Chester, who we just interviewed, as much as it might be difficult to understand where he's coming from, knowing and being able to see that is so important, and it brings awareness to the fact that there are thousands of people just like him living with this condition today.
Exactly, and I think that it's also good to spread awareness about different phobias and different disorders that you don't always see every day, because what if you know someone in your life that might have agoraphobia?
There are so many treatments. They are available. For example, CBT therapy. There have been studies showing that CBT therapy has actually helped so many individuals with agoraphobia leave the house after 30 plus years. The fact that studies are showing this is insane. So our job here is to just show you guys that it is possible to get better. And as much as these conditions and these disorders are debilitating, there's always hope for the future. So once again, thank you guys for joining us here today.
Thank
we'll
you.
have many more.
Yes, it's called Peach Podcast for a reason.
Peach Podcast.
It's so sweet. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Mr. Spiffle, guess what?
What?
We're here.
You're here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been filming in the other room.
The studio that you have.
How did you get in?
Oh, Joe gave us the key.
Yeah, Joe.
Who's Joe? Well, hi guys.
Hi.
It's human interaction.
Yes.
Without even having to leave my home.
Yay.